There seems to be more evidence against notorious arms dealer Abhishek Verma, already suspected to have a role in the Augusta VVIP chopper scam. The Central Bureau of Investigation is likely to register a fresh case under the Official Secrets Act against Verma and his wife Anka in the Sig Sauer small arms deal case. Headlines Today has learned that top CBI officials have had a series of meetings with the Ministry of Defence and Home Ministry officials in this connection. Sources say that the CBI officials are preparing to book Verma and his wife under the Official Secrets Act. The new evidence suggests small arms manufacturer SIG had employed Abhishek Verma and his wife to procure deals for supply of small arms to the Army, NSG and State Police departments. Interestingly, Verma's wife Anka has also been a key aide in brokering arms deals. Anka reportedly videographed sensitive North Block locations to prove the couple's high-profile connections to Sig Sauer. For more on this story, we are joined by Headlines Today's associate editor Atir Khan, who in fact has broken that story, and also to give perspective is Headlines Today's strategic affairs editor Gaurav Sawant. Atir, I want to come to you first. Give us more details of the kind of dossier that the CBI is in the process of compiling against Abhishek Verma and his wife Anka. What more does it contain?
Well, Padmaja, according to the fresh evidence which surfaced in March, the documents had quoted several classified documents which had been shared with Sig Sauer and its subsidiary companies. Now, these documents were purportedly, procured from top government officials in the Home Ministry, Ministry of Defence, and paramilitary forces. So those documents had to be verified. So CBI, during its investigation, had done a lot of correspondence with the Ministry of Defence and Ministry of Home Affairs, and top CBI officers have also held meetings with them to verify whether these documents quoted in the evidence actually exist and whether they fall in the classified category. So what our sources are telling us is that those documents, the CBI is about to come to the conclusion that those documents fall under the classified category and they actually exist.
In fact, Gaurav, this is getting even more murky. The fact that arms dealers want to make a quick buck by brokering these arms deals was the worst kept secret. But the involvement of officials within the Defence Ministry and Home Ministry is going to make it a huge cause of worry for the government.
Well, in this case, one thing as CBI sources are telling us that Abhishek Verma's wife Anka, when she spoke to officers in the Ministry of Home Affairs and especially one Joint Secretary, she took a secret camera with her. She filmed that conversation in North Block, and those pictures were then shown to the American company to prove that they had tie-ups and links with senior officers in the Ministry of Home Affairs and they could swing the deal. 10% commission is what they're said to have promised Sig Sauer to swing this deal. Now that both the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Ministry of Defence are looking for small arms. In the Ministry of Defence, a replacement for the Indian small arms system. In the Ministry of Home Affairs, not just for the police, but also for the National Security Guard commandos. Somehow, Abhishek Verma is alleged to have got evidence of what India wanted and passed them on to those who are providing these.
Atir, has the CBI managed to get a fix on who were these officials within the two sensitive ministries who passed on official secrets?
Well, absolutely. Padmaja, the CBI officers who are looking into this case have a fair idea of the identity of these officials. One of them being in the procurement department, the other being of the rank of DIG, and even a senior officer of the rank of Joint Secretary is also under scanner. So that's what we have learned, that the CBI top investigators are looking into this matter, and what we have learned is that they're just waiting for a formal correspondence stating that these documents are actually classified before registering a fresh case.
All right, Arthur, just stay on with us because former director of the CBI, Joginder Singh, also joins us on the phone line now. Sir, your initial reactions to the fact that the CBI now seems to be reaching the conclusion that there was the involvement of Home Ministry and Defence Ministry officials in trying to get deals brokered for Sig Sauer?
Actually, the procurement wing of the Home Ministry is nothing than what used to be Director General of Supplies and Disposal, which was disbanded by VP Singh because there was so much of awful corruption in that. Now, you can't immediately dismiss a government official. What they did was they took these people and assigned them to various departments. So some of them probably are still there itself, and then they are used up to their old trick. And secondly, I would also mention that no big deal is ever swung without passing on the information. Information is passed on to the not only the senior level but also by the junior level for a petty amount. I mean, the amount charged depends upon the level of the person and credibility of the information he is likely to give it to you. I have been always pleading, and I again say through your channel, please legalize the middlemen, because we don't even know, our officers don't even know what we want and what kind of specifications are required for our use. But if America can have good governance and lobbying act, I think I don't think we are more honest than America. We are indeed the 37th most corrupt country in the world with 36 marks out of 100. So this is bound to happen. Now, conduct rules say that the head of the department will be responsible. Now, we end it up there itself. We hold these people responsible. Why not the Home Secretary? Why does he not have the people of absolutely impeccable credibility or any secretary? Give him the authority, give him the power to sack these people here. But this never happens in our
Absolutely,
country.
very valid point. But now that the CBI is very close to making those revolutions, we're hoping that the government will wake up to a lot of those suggestions and important points that you've made, Mr. Joginder Singh. Thank you very much for speaking to Headlines today. Joining us also on the phone line now is former Vice Chief of Army Staff and Defence Analyst, Lieutenant General Raj Karthi. So do you think that the way the investigation into the Sig Sauer deal is going, it is for the better? So because if there is the involvement of officials, highly placed officials from the Defence Ministry and the Ministry of Home Affairs, it's best that the country knows exactly how deep the corruption is rooted.
Yes, absolutely. The investigations must go into the depth of the case and find out. But let me also say that money is a normal human greed. Defense purchases are big ticket purchases. In every deal, the money exchanges hands. What comes out is only tip of the iceberg, the proverbial. Every deal, there are people involved. They may be bureaucrats, they may be politicians, they may be defense officers. Anybody who is in the chain of the decision making is approached by the dealers and the money is exchanged. I have two recommendations. Number one, the answer lies in developing our indigenous defense industry. It is a shame that after 66 years of independence, we are still importing small arms. I mean, we can make missiles and rockets. We can go into space, but we can't make small arms. Obviously, there are vested interests not wanting to do it. Number two is every country has people what we call by a dirty name as the middlemen, agents. These are normal. Every company wants to use people who can get their work done quickly. They can be called liaison officers. It's high time we legalize this and make it more transparent and open. I think that way we can reduce corruption. Otherwise, we can keep investigating. One case comes to light. There are dozens of cases that don't come to light. But in every defense deal, in every big deal where there's money involved, there is exchange of money. There are bribes.